Right before she died of a drug overdose, I had no idea she was taking drugs.
It gets you addicted. I mean, I started out like any drug, just doing it once a week. Then it became twice a week. Then it became almost every night, smoking a little bit. Then it became waking up with it, doing it all day long.
I didn't get to see my daughter, but her dad did.
He was a heroin addict. He, had struggled with heroin for a long time, but he had been clean for a year.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, God, why? Why did you drive?
I looked to the left and I saw like this white truck, and I couldn't say no. I said, I go, oh Jesus, like that, and it hit us.
You will be convicted of a felony if you're caught selling this stuff.
And what you don't really realize is that you're putting your life in danger and everybody else around you in danger, and it's just not worth it.
It was 8 minutes from the time the officer left, and that my daughter was killed.
Broke my back at T12, severed my spinal cord, had a punctured lung, a torn diaphragm, and several broken ribs, and that's what left me paralyzed at the waist, and he got a speeding ticket. That's it.
Hi, folks. Welcome. Thank you for joining us after the premiere of episode 142. Right? 142? I think so. I see we have quite a few people here, and we have 2 likes. So, So, how about some feedback for starters? What did you guys think of the latest premiere? $242. Yeah. Good to see you here, Brenda. Appreciate you joining us. Always appreciate seeing you here. Have we ever heard from V? V, are you here? Okay, then. So, here's the big things we have coming up. I know I've told you guys before, we are going to be in Kansas, in Wichita, Kansas, shooting stories. Next month, we're going to be in Denver, Colorado. We are also going to Portsmouth, Virginia, and Seattle, Washington. All coming up, and I think I'm probably forgetting 1 or 2. We are also going to be. Hi, Paige. Thank you for joining us. Yes. Yeah, it's a powerful, sad story. I hope V is here too. So now I forgot where it was. How about that? V Leo, I think what I always think. This is unbelievably sad. It breaks my heart for their families. It makes me terrified of it happening to my children. Yeah, it should make people terrified. It's such a terrible thing, and doesn't always seem like it gets the attention that it deserves. So I wanted to tell you guys about the the upcoming summits. Some of them are fully booked. Portsmouth, Virginia has some appointment times available still. If there's anyone in our audience here who is in that area and would like to share a story, we're totally open to hearing from you. I can send you a link for where you can sign up to join the chat. We're also going to be doing a lunch thing in Oklahoma City on, I'll have to look at the calendar. We're going to be doing a lunch thing in Oklahoma City. We'll eventually have a sign up for that as well. But we're going to be doing a lunch thing in Oklahoma City right now. I believe it's going to be June 15th. Pretty sure if it's not the 15th, it'll be the 14th in Oklahoma City. Hello, Robin. Thank you for being here. Hi, Paige. I'm a mother of 4, so it hurts to see, but very informative. Yeah. And I always like to remind everyone that we also have a series of addiction recovery stories that have much happier endings, but also have important messages about early warning signs and all the possible contributing factors that can lead to addiction. Where in Oklahoma City? Well, that's a good question. We don't really have a place picked out yet. We're open to ideas. I'm hoping to kind of sort it out with Brad, who I don't know if he's in the live with us or not, but with Brad and Carla, that's kind of where the idea evolved. It started in one of these live events, and so that's the plan. So don't know where. Open to ideas for where. If Robin, if you know a place, look who's here. Hey, Carla, thanks for being here. Good to see you here. We were just talking about how we were going to try to have we're going to do a lunch in Oklahoma City when I am on my way to Wichita. Yes, definitely an eye-opener, but seeing the grief these mothers go through is so sad. I do love how they always talk about the people they were aside from what happened to them. Today is my 63rd birthday. I sure miss my 28-year-old son. Very sorry, Robin. I'm also 63. My birthday was a couple of months ago. I'm hoping we're going to see Brad here so that I'm not the oldest guy in the room. Cheevers. So Cheevers, is that like a sports bar restaurant kind of thing, or what's cool about Cheevers? Cheevers, Cheetos, whatever it is. Just writing it down. Well, thank you, Robin. So, carrot cake. Carrot cake. I find it just really hard to imagine eating anything with carrots in it on purpose. That's just me. But yeah, I suppose carrot cake's a little different because it doesn't taste like carrots. So it's really just carrot. The carrot seems like a garnish. So the place that we'll meet will probably be some place that we can just kind of descend upon without needing reservations or anything like that, and it'd be a very informal kind of gathering where the group grows as it grows, and people can kind of come and go and probably stay there, but stay there a couple of hours, and people can come and go and all that cool stuff. So hoping to make that happen. And if Brad joins us, I know Brad's probably already in bed because he's an old guy, but we'll see. So anyway, we will sort it out. Look at that, 10 likes. Appreciate that, folks. That's a little higher than usual. Golden Corral. Holy cow. I don't drive my car anymore. Robin, are you in Oklahoma City? There's always Uber and Lyft. But yeah, anyway. Patel or Enid. I don't know what that is. Are those towns? I don't know. 12 likes. It's growing. That's a good job, folks. So I can share with you guys, we've had some really interesting inquiries lately for other stories. Some are different. Some are different. One story that we heard about involves a murder where a father was beaten to death in 1985. The case is still open, and there's not much happening with it. And I spent some time talking with the victim's daughter, who is still pushing law enforcement in a small town in Louisiana to resolve the case. Robin will be back driving by June. So anyway, so we heard about that. When we're in Seattle, our plan is to try to arrange some law enforcement ride-alongs, and there may be a story that involves special insight from someone who will have to have his identity protected. That'll be interesting. Cold cases are so interesting and heartbreaking. This one is it's really fascinating. I'm just now starting to get the information about the case, but it is 1985. That's crazy. 1985. And it's in a town, West Monroe, Louisiana. It's kind of near Shreveport. Who hates carrots? That's like rhetorical, I'm sure, right, Brad? Hey, Brad. So someone was suggesting Cheevers would be a good place to do lunch in Oklahoma City. Brad woke up. Yes. Yeah, he must have had a nap today. Carla knows Cheevers. So, do I need to Google this to figure out what kind of place this is? Is it a casual kind of place? Would some of us be underdressed if we're wearing Storyteller t-shirts? It looks like the date for the lunch will be June 15th. I believe. It could still be. It depends on what's happening in Kansas. Okay, maybe I can just find out right now. All right, so yeah, the 15th will work fine. And so we can Yeah, I'm just glad Brad is here. That's cool. So yeah, Sunday, June 15th. Is it, so if people are telling me they like Cheevers, but nobody's telling me what Cheevers is like. Is it a I know this restaurant in Jackson, Mississippi named Shapley's. And that's a wonderfully vague name, but Shapley's is quite the high-end restaurant. White tablecloths, great dividers between the tables, very peaceful, wonderful dining experience, but it is not what I would call a particularly casual place. What is Cheevers like? You can dress up or go casual. Okay, Carla. So, Storyteller t-shirt would be fine, right? So, okay, Brad, here's a question. Do you have a Storyteller t-shirt? I don't think you do. We started doing the t-shirts after we did Rain Story, and so I feel like I gave Carla one at some point at some event, but I don't think we got you one. I don't remember. So I'm just checking. So I could probably hook you up in Oklahoma City when we're there. Probably not. What are you telling me, Brad? All right. Yeah, that's it. I remember now. See, it's all coming back to me. It just takes a little bit because I'm kind of close to Brad's age. And, well, we all know how Brad is. So, ooh. Am I going to have coffee cups? Cheever's Cafe, Southwestern Restaurant, Oklahoma City. Okay. Well, I'm just going to have a look and see what I can find about Cheever's. I don't even know. Look, it's got 4.7 stars. It's an American restaurant, they say. Elegant bistro offering upscale Southwestern cuisine. Has outdoor seating, has private dining room, serves great cocktails they're on Hudson Avenue in Oklahoma City. And for more information, you can call 405-525-7007. Brenda is me. No, Brad is just special. Brad is a great guy. And it means a lot to me that Brad manages to get here so often. Just to Brad, I mean everyone else is delightful. Well, Brad's a special case. So that's how it. That's just how it works. Oh. Anyway, so Cheever's sounds like a good place to me, guys. If any more feedback, I'm certainly open to it, but it works for me. So, what else is going on? Where is V? Where's Nux? Who else is missing? I don't know. And who's new in our audience? Who can join us? Okay, it's downtown. Is that bad? Does that mean parking's going to be a challenge? Okay. Oh, Brad. Brad, you definitely belong here. You definitely belong here. Coffee cup or not. Dangerous. Dangerous. Downtown Oklahoma City is dangerous. Is that the takeaway from that? So who else? Interesting. All right. Well, we'll sort it out. Love you too, Brad. So who else? Who else is here? Is there some new faces in here that we haven't heard from before? People who might want to speak up, have some questions. Okay, Robin, we got time. We can sort it out. You guys can send me an email with some other destination ideas, whatever is easy. Okay, okay. So we have two Carlas. That wonderful. So Carla. KO Carla. Were you able to see the did you see the premiere tonight? Oh, Brad, boy, that's specific. It would be more welcoming at another place. Yes, I will via email you a few leads if you like. That would be great. New York, Putnam County. All right. Well, that would be kind of a commute to get to lunch in Oklahoma City. But you're welcome to. You know, oh, cool. I was just checking. So you were in for the recovery series, the father and son. You were part of that, right? Yeah, a little bit of a commute, just a little bit. So our sign up for Seattle will be published on our channel in sometime in the next few days. Yes, Robin, it's a memorable story. You're talking about the mule. That sounds appetizing. Mule. Okay. So we can sort out a place. So who else is in the group who's new? Who might have some questions for me about Texas Pictures or about the fentanyl series or the addiction recovery series or one of the others. You know, there's quite a few. There's several, and there's some new ones evolving. We're starting a series on domestic violence, and we're working on a series about, well, we're trying to find the right kind of pathway to do a story or to do a series that addresses issues, that addresses mental health issues. But it needs to be in a way that is interesting enough to hold an audience, to draw an audience. So we have the human trafficking series, and there's going to be, I believe there's 1 or 2 stories that we'll be shooting. There'll be 1 or 2 stories that we'll be shooting about domestic violence or trafficking or both. Briefly, Brad, your presence in the story was, I guess, kind of brief, but extremely important. It was a real contribution. Your presence really drew and continues to draw a lot of comments from viewers. You did a great job with it. I know it's not. I know it's not easy talking to me, but you did a great job with it. So has anyone watched any of our, we have a series in our playlists called American Peace Officer. And the goal of the American Peace Officer series is to kind of humanize law enforcement. And each episode in American Peace Officer, I think there's only 7 so far, are one officer from somewhere, and they're sharing some experience that has stuck with them from their career. Maybe a tragedy, maybe an awesome success, whatever. Yeah. Brad's impact is substantial. So in the American Peace Officer series, there's one story. It's probably the longest story in the series. It's called The Man on the Bridge. And I would love for you guys to see that. I wish we could make it a premiere and then talk about it, because it is an awesome story, and there's great follow-up. The Man on the Bridge. So it has some cool surprises to it. It's wonderful to see so many people here joining us. Who else is new? Is there some new folks in the audience? People who might have been watching the channel for a while. So are you saying that you've seen it, Brenda? Is that what you're telling us? Yeah, Brad's impact is substantial. It is rich. It broadens the whole perspective of how this kind of loss impacts so many people. That there's so many victims. So Brenda, I don't remember how much I've shared about the Man on the Bridge story before, but the officer who tells the story, he's a friend of mine. He's retired now, and which is why he was able to do the story. And when it happened, he told me about it then. And it the experience really stuck with me, and certainly stuck with him. It is, after we shot the interview, I was determined to find the man on the bridge. I know that's a little bit of a spoiler alert, but that's tough. It's still a really good story. And so when I got back to when I got back to Texas Pictures World headquarters, I started going through the dash cam footage and the body camera footage, and I found the full name of the man on the bridge. And then I started searching for him. And I found him on Facebook. And I wanted to find out what's happened since then. And if I found good news, I could tell my friend, Don what I found. And if I found bad news, I just wouldn't say anything. But so I found the kid was on the bridge. So I found the kid that was on the bridge on Facebook. I looked at his profile, and obviously he was doing okay. So I did a screen capture, and I sent it to Don, and I asked him, so is this your guy? And he said, yeah, that looks like him. And then about 15 minutes goes by, and Don sends me another message, and he says, I'm talking to him. As in exchanging text messages. The man on the bridge is a soldier, a sergeant in the military now, stationed overseas. And he's doing well. Missing loved ones. That is a topic that we have been talking about with one of our storytellers in Arizona. Yeah, I still don't really know what the 5-year plan is, but that's all right. I wonder if you could do a series about when parents can't get answers with full evidence about their missing loved one because the parent can't get the proof way far off from another state. What interstate kind of issues like that, is that a FBI thing? It seems like that could be something that the FBI could help prompt things along. All right, so I have a question now. Is the breeze in the audience? Late September 2023 to May 15, 2025. I still have not talked to my 28-year-old son. Okay, Robin, we've talked before, right? At one point, he was in Seattle, maybe, or Portland. Am I remembering that right? Man on Bridge is proof we are all imperfect and the weight of the world doesn't have to crush us. So, Brad, have you seen The Man on the Bridge? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a link to the Man on the Bridge in the chat. It'll take me a minute. But I'm going to put a link to the story because it's an important story. And this series, the American Peace Officer series, doesn't get the kind of attention. It doesn't get the kind of attention Okay, here is the link to The Man on the Bridge. That is The Man on the Bridge. Right there. It's worth a watch. It can make you cry. And it's a story with a happy ending. Dad got the 5-year plan from the movie Uncle Buck. So the cerebral kind of cinema is the sound is so real. Breeze, are you here? Are you in the audience? Sure. The Man on the Bridge. There's others in the series that are also. If it's in the series, I think it's a good story. So I feel that way about all of them that are in the series. Yeah, you make me want to watch the movie Uncle Buck. I don't remember ever seeing that. But that just so. Anyway, so The Man on the Bridge, it's a great story. And when we recorded the interview, I want to say it had been 6 or 7 years after the event happened, and the officer telling the story still got choked up about it. So it really impacted him. Vicky O'Sullivan, I just lost my son to fentanyl sensitive because I had his viewing 2 days ago. Where are you at, Vicky? What part of the country are you in? Yes, Robin, your story is complex. I remember it. That you had some cooperation at one point from people in wherever your son was, Portland or Seattle is what I have in my head. And yes, that was wow. Hello, Mary. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Portland. I was one of those northeastern towns, and I remember there was a rehab that wasn't being very cooperative, or it's either a rehab or a hospital. Yeah, it's a powerful story for sure. A powerful mystery that merits more attention. We are going to be in Seattle in August. All right, let me get caught up here. Hello, Aiden. Thank you for joining us. Have you talked about OPV? No, we haven't, but we should. We should. Let me get back to Vicky here. Vicky, you're in Washington State. We're going to be in Seattle in August. I don't want you to feel. I don't want you to feel, obligated to share your story, but you're welcome to. You're also welcome to come by where we're shooting, whether you share your story or not. And the reason why I say that is because there is this great dynamic that happens outside of the room where we're doing the interviews. There's people waiting. Usually my wife is there and she's helping with things in there. And there's a form to fill out, a simple form. And then there is some snacks. And a lot of times what happens is the storytellers hang out after they share their story and visit with other storytellers that are about to share their story. And so you might find some comfort in visiting that. So yes, we're going to be in Seattle in August. And your loss is very fresh. And I don't want you to feel I just want you to feel welcome. Not obligated. So, the event in Seattle, I'm going to share with you a link. This link is the Sign Up Genius link to share your story when we're in Seattle. So you can bookmark the link if you like. It'll get updated. Right now it doesn't have an address, I don't think. We're still coordinating all of that. So I also want to just for Vicky, I want to share a couple of other stories that are on our channel. I'm going to get the link and you can go have a look at them whenever you'd like. These are two stories that are about processing grief from a licensed professional counselor. And a friend of mine, her name is Heather Lambert, and she's kind of brilliant. And what she says isn't breaking any new ground. It's good to hear it out loud. So here's a link to one. It's called Grief Feels Like Crazy. So there's the link to that one. And we have another one. And this one is called Life After Loss. And both of these stories, they're not really stories. They're a wonderful counselor sharing her insights on processing grief. It's great information, and it is the kind of thing that many find comfort in. So, hello, Deidre. Thank you for joining us here. Let me see where we are at. So both of those stories are about processing grief, and I know Carla, Rain's mom, Carla, has seen them, and I remember her telling me good things about them when she saw them. Look, Deidre's in the house, and I think it's so awesome the way you guys are coming together. So, Vicky, there is a lot of support out there. There are a lot of fentanyl related awareness groups and support groups. There's a lot of stuff on Facebook. Yeah, Brad, it is. And so I love that we have those stories on there. And I was talking with Heather just a week or so ago. And I was talking to Heather just a week or so ago about creating another one or another couple of stories. And so we will probably be doing that sometime soon. Thank you, Deidre. And I'm always looking for things that can help people that are dealing with this, storytellers or not. So, Vicky, we also have a private Facebook group that is for storytellers, that is for people who have shared their story with us and people who wish to, at some point, share their story with us. And so this Facebook group, you're very welcome to join that. To join that, you have to have an invite. It's not a public group, and it is not it's not public at all. You won't find it by searching for it. You have to have a link in order to find it. And so I would be happy to share with you the link. And in fact, I will share the link here because I'm brave like that. Well, I think I will. And so, love you, Deidre. Thank you. Sorry, another storyteller for the next story that's going to premiere in a couple of days. And let me see. So I am going to share with you maybe through Glenn, Brenda. Yes. Yes, I'm worried about V as well. I haven't heard from her in a while. Okay, so here's a link. Vicky, are you on Facebook? The group, our storyteller group, has almost 550 members, and I think that you could find some support, some guidance. If there's any of the stories that you see on our channel, the person sharing the story is probably in the group, and you can ask them questions directly. Hello, Joan. Thank you for joining us. So here is a link for those of you who would like to, at some point, share a story. This link should get you in the group. This link should get you in the group. So, Vicky, I think you might find a little bit of comfort there. I'm just trying to see where we're at. No, Brenda, I've not heard from her. How sad. Sending love and prayers to Vicky. Hey, Joan, everyone is joining us now. Were y'all at the private party before? I wasn't invited. What? What private party before? Was I invited? I don't... Dogs. Losing their mind because something's happening outside. Simple things. I just saw that we're on. Hey, we're having a lunch in Oklahoma City, Joan. That you're welcome to join us. So, I'm sorry, I'm having a little issue, just little phone thing. I'm doing all of this by myself here. You know, I don't have a director. I don't have a camera guy. I don't have someone operating the switcher and inserting graphics like that one, like this one right over here. So Carla and I were invited. Everybody's invited. But it's in Oklahoma City. So, you know, it's even centrally located. How brilliant is that? So, I really appreciate everyone joining us here. How long have we been live? We've been here an hour. Holy cow. And it appears Brad hasn't fallen asleep. That's cool. Feed bills and eggs. What? Feed bills and eggs? I don't know how to... Okay. Is that some Oklahoma thing? Perhaps. Anyway, so the story, the man on the bridge story, that's an extra dear one to me. I was so glad I was able to do that. It was even featured on local news channel here in Houston. It was featured on Fox 26 News here in Houston. And I thought that was very cool. Feed Bill from the previous live chat. Okay. Yes, we have that in common. Brenda and I have chickens. Yeah, chickens. Yeah. Good for you. So my sister and brother-in-law have chickens. They take care of them. That makes my sister and brother-in-law chicken tenders. Ba-dum-bum. So that's cute, right? I don't know what happened here. The whole content. What are you, Breeze? Are you in the chat, Breeze? What you're calling a podcast? I don't know. This doesn't seem like a podcast to me. But maybe that's just me. My husband and I have several breeds. Okay. Are we really turning to chicken talk now? Is that anyway? So, Vicky? I hope you're still with us, Vicky. There's a whole lot of stories on our channel about loss to fentanyl poisoning. And the thing, I think the biggest thing that it stresses, that the stories stress, is that you're not alone. That's an important thing to remember. And there's also a story that I guess not a story. It's just a video of me talking, much like I'm doing right now, and I'm talking about Mother's Day. It's a video that I put up on Mother's Day, and it's on our channel. And that ought to be easy enough to find. And it is this is such a awesome group that we have here. So here's the Mother's Day video that I made the morning of Mother's Day. It was a weird kind of time, you know. When I got up on Mother's, I get up early and I like 4 a.m. It's ridiculous. And so when I was standing at the coffee machine just thinking about Mother's Day, and I recognized that I know tons of mothers that Mother's Day must be extra difficult for. And so the more I thought about it, the more I felt like I needed to do something, do some sort of message. And so I made that Mother's Day video, and Vicky, it might be something you'd find interesting. We'll go with that. Interesting. So interesting how today's a tough day. Welcome back, Robin. On Mother's Day, I praised my son's goodness and wrote it down in an art form. Well, that's a good one, Vicky. That's very good. That's such a great therapeutic thing. Well, thank you, Robin. It was heartfelt. I stood there at the coffee machine thinking about all these mothers I know, and how they're dealing with their loss, and how tough Mother's Day must be for all of them. And I just started to cry. And so it was all I could think to do was to make that video. I'm sorry, Robin, but I hope you found some comfort in it as well. Wrote it down on an art form. So, Vicky, are you an artist? Is there a creative outlet you have in your life that you like to turn to as a form of sort of like self-therapy? Clearly, I have one. At least one. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't been able to just yet. Don't feel like you have to. One day it'll happen. So the link that I shared is only the link to join the storyteller group is only going to be good for a little while, and only good for a few before the link quits working. So if you want to be in the group, you should probably click the link pretty quick. I held my missing son's photo, and deep grief and, yes, hearing you speak helped me know that he was with me. Oh, that's great. Well, thank you, Robin. So we have over 100 people in the group right now, and we only have 20 thumbs up. So let me just remind you folks a little bit. All journaling is a glimpse into our souls, which is why journaling helps us process all in such a fine way. And Brad says, what makes me bawl like a baby are the responses on Rain's story. As Rain's story has drawn tons of really spectacular responses. It's important because that means that the story is out there reaching people and saving lives, helping people. People are finding comfort. Journaling. Oh my God. I'm awake. Don't start, Brad. I'm awake. So, journaling is one of those things that is vitally valuable. One of the things that one of the things that journaling does is it is a great exercise for organizing your thoughts into a flow that makes sense. And in the course of doing that, you really think out your thoughts. You really think out what's important about them and filter out what might be clutter. You get things clear in your head. A similar kind of thing happens, I believe, when people pray. That regardless of the faith thing, the act of praying is a great organizational tool. It's a great way to get things straight in your head, because if you think about the process, you start with gratitude and then you start sorting out what's important to you to change. And then you typically go back to more about gratitude. And so the exercise of doing that is a great mental exercise regardless of the faith. It's a great mental exercise. Robin, keep up the journaling. You never know when you may need to look back for just a nugget of information. I find the older I get, the more I am looking into journals from my younger days. Yes, Robin, I believe you will get the truth. Journaling junk Gee. Junk journal art. I created a video with Chicken Little and wrote a poem and letter, then placed in a pocket. Good one, Vicky. I think doing those kinds of things are vitally important. Hmm. What happened? I lost something here. Chicken Little is one of my favorite childhood stories. I haven't thought of it in years. Thank you for reminding me. I have a copy from the 1950s film. I'm going to find it now. Gosh, Brenda, so we're back on chickens. I don't know what happened there, but okay. It's fine. Chicken Little is that's very cool. So I keep thinking about you, Vicky. I keep worrying about you, and I really want to encourage you to not be alone. Find comfort. Find comfort in family or in friends or in some of the groups that are on Facebook that are about the same kind of circumstance you're going through. There's help out there. Glenn is so nice. Well, thank you. My Rain loved Chicken Little. No, I don't know Chicken Little. My art has helped me to overcome the pain. I'm an older registered nurse. Breaks up the monotony and maybe even lightens up the mood. Okay. Monotony, are you talking about me? Everybody doesn't know the book is titled Henry Penny. I've never heard that before. I should get out more, I guess. So, holy cow. Breaks. Yeah, but you said Henny Penny. Okay. But you said breaks up the monotony, you know? All right, so, but that's fine. So it's going to be about time to wrap it up soon, folks. It's almost 10:30 here. I still got to buy one of your T-shirts and coffee cup, Glenn. Okay, so we can talk about the store for a minute. I can share a link to the store because we have the store is no longer on our channel, and I don't know why. I believe the reason it's not on the channel is because there's references to fentanyl, and that some filter in YouTube kicked in and thought it might be promoting drug use, and that's all I can think of. But here is the link to our store on Spring. Right there, and there's coffee mugs and T-shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies. It's still just water, rain. This is all bourbon, but no, it's just water. This is interesting, and but this cup is just water. I get pretty parched talking so long. Yeah, yeah, that would make for an interesting live if it was all gin or something. So I really I love how this is. I love how everybody's. I love how everybody comes together here. I I'm just I'm kind of in awe by it. That everybody comes together. And helps each other. That is wicked awesome. My brother's Grimm fan. Probably is. I'm going to wear that T-shirt a lot. I am an advocate against fentanyl poisoning. There is one of the T-shirts on our store. One of the shirts on our store. It's got a fentanyl awareness graphic that is a python, like a snake is about to strike, because snakes strike without warning the same way fentanyl can. And so that's the logic behind the snake graphic. The snake graphic was designed by my stepson, my wife's son, and he's a sharp guy, very very talented, and has always got ideas. He also does some of the editing for us. He's one of our editors. So we are in the process of developing some new merchandise, and it's weird to me to be devoting, yes, like a cobra. It's weird to me to be devoting time to developing shirts and stuff, but in the course of all these organizations that I've worked with and helped along and encountered, that the merchandise is a great way to push forward some awareness by having a billboard that you can wear. Deidre, so true. I can remember the first time I laughed after getting clean. It had been so long, it felt foreign to me. Wow, that says a lot. That's some real insight right there. That laughing, something that so many people take for granted, and it just comes naturally, and then for that to be so far gone from your life that when it happens it feels foreign. It's tough. But what a cool thing to have come back. I see we have 24 likes. We've got over 90 people in the room, but only 24 thumbs up. Not that I'm hinting anything. Of course I'm hinting. So, but it is going to be about time to wrap it up, folks. It is almost 10:30 here, and I get up early. But before I go, I always like to ask if there's anybody else in the chat, in the group. I can't. Sometimes that works. Yes, thank you, everyone. So what I was going to say before the dog interrupted me was that I wanted to ask, does anybody have any questions, any of the new any of the new visitors in particular, if you have questions for me or about the channel or about the series, any of the series, I'm eager to hear them. And then we are going to wrap it up because we've been live for an hour and 28 minutes and 16 seconds. Well, not anymore. 20 seconds. Well, not anymore. Okay, sorry. Deidre says, hit those thumbs up on your way out, everyone. Please take a moment to show your love and support and hit those likes for sure. Vicky says, laughter feels so good when you're in pain. I gave my thumbs up. Dogs, yes, ha ha. They make noise. They do make noise. Buttons wanted to say hi to Glenn's dogs. Well, I bet Buttons did. Glenn, how about you making stickers? Yeah, we thought about that. We have a lot of gear that we could put stickers on. But I don't like a Texas Pictures logo sticker, maybe a fentanyl awareness sticker or two. That would be cool. All right, folks. Yes, I like the sticker idea. The thing is, I like the idea of having stickers on our cases for the video gear, but I also feel like by putting a label like that on it that says documentaries, that says there's expensive video gear in this case. So I don't know. I will give them out to people to share the awareness, and people can learn more about this channel. I need to become more familiar. Vicky, I'll help you. I can help you get more familiar with the channel and navigate this club you're in now. And any way I can help you. Make them in a roll. A sticker for the car. Well, I don't know. So here's a sticker for a transmission shop that my stepson and I own. And I could get something like that is the Texas Pictures logo, maybe with a QR code in the middle of it, much like what's on the back of the Storyteller t-shirts. And then a sticker design or two that has to do with fentanyl awareness. Yeah, I could see that. Seems like that could be a cool thing. This, I think, is about the biggest group of viewers at one time that we've ever had. 106 is what it says right here for me. No, Brad, it's not. It's not an Amco. Amco's gone, aren't they? It is an A plus transmission shop. Yes, they do, Brad. I think Amco's went out in the 80s. Yeah, see, there you go. God is good. Okay. Look at that. 109. 111. Holy cow, you folks are killing me. I feel like I feel like I can't leave because we have so many people joining us right now. So one more time, is anybody have any questions for me? Or well, I'm glad you feel that way, Vicky. These are wonderful people, and many of the ones who've been engaging in the chat are also in the Facebook group. Thank you, Joan. So you guys are you're awesome. I hate to bring it to an end, but I feel like over 90 minutes, that's kind of long, and at some point the battery in this camera is going to go. Vicky, you are blessed. Thankfully, I am the only crazy one here. No, I don't think so. I don't think you're the only crazy one here. There's a little laugh out of Vicky. Did you? Oh, look at there. Wow, what a good question. The next story is probably going to premiere on Saturday. We don't have a time set yet. We actually have a revision that we're going to make to the story. So sometime tomorrow it'll be announced when on Saturday it will premiere. And we will do this again, do the follow-up follow the premiere with a live event, maybe even a live event before and then again after. I was doing the live event before is kind of interesting. We all are great people who care for others. That's for sure. All right, folks. You better call me, Brenda girl. Okay. So, okay, Saturday, next fentanyl story will premiere on Saturday. Tomorrow, I'll be spending some time working on another recovery story, but I don't know how long that one's going to take, so we'll see. I put my digits out there just for you, Brenda. Joan, back at you. I love each and every one of you with the whole heart. Domestic violence series is much needed. We are working on that. We have one domestic violence story that's pretty much ready to go. And we are going to be shooting at least one more when we're in Denver next month. And there is a local one here in Houston that we might be shooting in the next couple of weeks here in the Texas Pictures studio. All right, Deidre, good night. Yes, it is about time to wrap it up. 123. Thank you, folks. Really, thank you for being a part of this. All of you, the quiet ones, the ones who are watching from your smartphone or smart TV, and you don't have a way to engage in the chat. Here's the thing. Just a reminder, not so much for this time because we're about to wrap this up. But if you're watching on your TV at home, you can also be on your phone and chat using your phone while you still watch using your TV. And so that's a way to engage if you're watching on your TV. And according to YouTube analytics, about 45% of our audience uses their TV to engage or to watch. So thank you very much for joining us, everyone. We have the usual credits, our usual graphic to share with you about how to contact me, how to contact Texas Pictures. You can find us on our website, or you can email me, or you can find me on Facebook, all that cool stuff. So here's the information. I'm going to thank you all again for being here. Email me at info@texas-pictures.com. Find me on Facebook. Find Texas Pictures on Facebook. And visit our website, texas-pictures.com. Thank you very much for being a part of this event. Thank you very much for being a part of this event. And we will talk to you all next time. Good night, folks.